I can't fucking do it. I can't.
Why?
Because you guys are like kind of lying down. I'm fucking just like sat there.
I needed that.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. And welcome to episode 222 of the JARCAST. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by my bro, Jim. Howdy, partners. And my bro, James.
Good afternoon.
We come every Monday.
I come more often than that.
Holy. No, you're only allowed once a Monday at 6 p.m. UK. Alright. Before we get too deep into the show, I want to shout out the Patreon. Growing nicely. Lots of nice support on there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Nothing new to report on that front quite yet. But times, they are a-changing.
Yeah, a stitch in time saves 9.
Yeah, a pop on poi saves toy. Housekeeping. Wait, no, before housekeeping... No, let's just start with housekeeping and include this in housekeeping.
Okay.
So this is actually about 24 hours after the point in which we'd originally planned to record the JARCAST. It's Saturday for us.
Yes.
And we were recording on Friday this week. But as you can see, you know, we didn't record. we just wound up drinking lots of rum.
Yeah, sort of James's bad influence again. Being pressed onto us, and
not that at all. It was your bad influence. I was the innocent one.
And we sort of joined James for the ride, really.
Yeah. Yeah, what, is there anything interesting about it you want to say? Not really.
What can I even say?
How are we all feeling right now, at this moment?
I've never felt better in my life.
James?
What about you,
Terrible.
Okay. Explain the pain. What's wrong with you?
Just really bad exhaustion. You don't really sleep after that. You're just in a state. Just fucking unconscious, weird state. You wake up and you just feel dead.
Do you remember somehow in your state managing to call me a bitch? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No?
It was so weird.
What?
When you're at your absolute drunkest, but somehow you were just quietly rambling things that you couldn't understand, and then you said "You're a bitch," really randomly.
I have no recollection of that at all.
Yeah, you're just sort of saying random shit, but yeah. So if we sound more differenter than usual, that'll be why.
Yeah, and there's some real life housekeeping that's gonna have to be done.
Yeah, I think so.
I just want to point out these aren't my clothes. There's a reason I'm not wearing my own clothes.
What? You wear this all the time.
No, that's your usual uniform.
No, it's not.
Off jar.
Don't drag me.
We have actually lots to talk about this episode. Almost too much. Might have to save some for next week and the weeks following, because there's just so much. Not So Slim actually left a post on our subreddit, which has been really good at the moment. I just want to shout them out over there. But someone who actually works at Five Guys proved the truth about this bacon thing, going back a few episodes about the crispy bacon.
Yes.
You've got to do a check your knowledge thing as a employee on how does the bun have to be and shit like this.
Right.
But it says our bacon is cooked crispy because to create a delicious texture. So that's what it's all about.
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
Yeah,
Wow.
but the texture's shit. It's not delicious.
Yeah.
It's subjective, dude.
No, it's not
Subjective, my friend.
It's factual.
Yep. Speaking of the subreddit, there was a fun Jar intro 3D remake.
Yeah, very
which I
cool.
quite like. Do you think I should put it for the start of this episode instead
that's
of the
an idea,
normal one?
actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Deadly Skies is going to start us off in this car topic we were talking about last episode. We were talking about, because you passed your theory test.
Yes.
We wanted to hear from Jarlings about what their whole what it's like for them in their countries, because this ain't just the UK. The Jarlings aren't just from the UK. They're from
everywhere got drivers.
We are international.
In fact, in saying that, I actually got a breakdown of what countries listen to Jar, like the top 10 countries. What do you think number 1 is?
America.
Yep. 34.95% United States.
Wow.
Followed by UK, 32%. Then Australia, 7.46%. Then Canada, 4.82%. Then Sweden. Then Ireland. Then Germany. Then New Zealand.
Shout out to all our German fans. Shout out to them. Shout out to everyone.
And just
shout out to all our fans.
0.49% from Mexico.
Yes.
There
No, we need to start pushing advertisement in Mexico, I think.
Yeah, we're falling in those areas. But yeah, going back to driving or whatever, I've learned some things about driving in other countries. I found out the UK is one of the most expensive places in the world to learn to drive.
Yeah, I believe it.
George is not okay says, thought you guys might be interested, seeing as you were discussing driving tests and stuff last episode. In the UK, it costs £1,300 on average, according to what I found. Whereas in Canada, it costs around £100, and Norway is the highest at over £3,000. Here's the article on it I found. Yeah, and I looked through the article just to compare some of them. And yeah, you get really screwed over in the UK and places like Norway specifically.
Yeah, I don't understand why they need to put all these limitations.
Yeah, Yawn Mower said, hey Jar, in the last cast you talked about the theory test. When I lived in London and was learning to drive, I got to the point to where my instructor believed I could pass the practical test with ease. However, I'm one of those people who struggles with tests. I remember being in my room and studying for the test, which was pretty much doing mock tests and looking at the questions I got wrong. I would do this at least once a day until I passed the mock test 3 times in a row. After that, I'd book a theory test online and take about a 40-minute bus drive to the test centre, and was fine with the horror CG section, but be 2 points off from passing. Then telling the bad news to my mother and my instructor, they told me I just had to try harder. I would explain to them that there are 100 plus questions to remember. Is that true? Yeah. But only get asked 50. Need 43 to pass, and that I really struggle with tests. This will repeat 3 more times, but the thing is, I really, really tried my best to remember the questions I struggled with the most. I was also going through some mental problems during this time, and have given up purely because I couldn't take repeating the same cycle of failure over and over. I also know that eventually I would pass the test, whether it be 1 more try or 3 more tries, but I did not have the motivation, especially because it would not help my driving skills at all. The conclusion of my experience with the theory test is that it's a useless waste of time, money, and puts you through a cycle of people telling you just have to work harder even though you've tried your best. I thought that was quite a good way of summarising it.
Yeah,
it's fucked.
And it really... The test makes you feel like an asshole, like an idiot. You know, because some of the questions are so easy and then it sneaks in.
Yeah, it's like... Which one of these isn't dangerous?
Yeah.
And
yeah, should you stop at a red light? Yeah, fuck that test.
And to finish this subject, Invite Dangerous says, hey Jar, long-time fan here, and I'm a fellow Jarling from Poland, and answering your question about driving tests here. I'm literally finishing the practical one right now. We have kind of a similar system to yours that you have to pay every time you want to get a test, but also the average time you wait to get a driving test like this is around a month or more here in Poland. Oh, that's the same here, to be honest. It's one of the hardest tests in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. We have more than 400 different road signs. Some are literally never used, but you still have to know it. For example, no parking on even days, or no parking on odd days. In Polish, it's Zazak Posto June. Oh, fuck that. I can't read it. If you're curious how it looks, for the theory test, there are around 2,400 questions for you to learn to pass the test. And the test itself has 31 questions. Some are as bizarre as if you can drive through where there a red light stop. Sorry, it's just kind of strangely written. And the practical test itself is very hard and very expensive because you have to wait for a month. You have to buy more and more. Yes, the same as here. A lot of people actually don't do the test and drive illegally because of its expenses. For even starting the driver's ed, I paid around 1,400 Z, is that? ZI? I'm not familiar with Poland, really. And even it can be as high as 2,000, which is like 500 quid. God. Yeah, so that sounds awful.
Yeah, it sounds obscene. Yeah, I suppose it could be worse.
For us, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could always be worse. Doesn't mean it's like you should just accept it. Yeah. Will Varley left a creepy comment saying, I'm not really a feet guy, but damn, Alex's feet look darn great.
Yeah, I'm glad you're wearing shoes today.
Yeah.
It must have
So
been
am I,
50% of the comments were about your toes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was reading through them. It's obscene.
People love your toes. You should make an OnlyFans for your feet.
Yeah. Mate, hella dough.
Georgie's Not Okay said, back around episode 170 sort of time, Jamie said that the cast hadn't peaked yet. He said it would be at its best at 2:30 onwards. IMO, this is a scarily good prediction, as ever since Corncast ended, the new era of Jar, in my opinion, is easily the best it's been. I can say as a viewer since episode 90 and someone who has watched them all, the cast may have peaked. I love it. Structured but still very relaxing and just talking bollocks. Keep up the good work. I love the cast better than ever. Setup, structure, lighting, and James is fistest he's ever been. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's nice to have one that's not saying we're too professional.
Yeah,
we're too professional. What are you doing?
Did I actually say that though? It'll peak around 2:30.
Yeah. You must have, yeah. Yeah, the people
Wait.
who listen know better what we say than we do.
Pretty good prediction though, IMO. Given.
Yeah, I don't know what inspired you on that one.
Yeah.
You know what, Jim? Do you feel like I do?
Do I feel like you do?
Do you feel like I do, James?
What?
Do you feel like I do about Vin Diesel and his new song?
No.
Is that the name of the song?
Yeah, feel like I do.
That's a pretty bad name.
We just listened to it before starting. I don't know why. Like, I was gonna not listen to it. I kept seeing the picture and was just could just imagine how it sounded. And we listened to it on YouTube. And what did you think, guys? Because
Vin Diesel definitely has a talent, and it's not making music.
yeah. What a bizarre voice to try and adapt into a poppy dance number.
Yeah, I
thing.
don't think his voice is inherently a problem, but choosing to do that kind of music.
Yeah,
of course he would choose to do that.
And you can't hear what he's really saying because it's so distorted and messed with and auto-tuned. And his voice, it sounds like he's always got to clear it.
Yeah. I don't know why actors like him, they can never just stay in their own lane, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it really seemed like a passion thing, like he had this passion for music and an inherent talent.
Yeah, like the lead guy in Clay Jensen from 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
He's got a popular band that's respected. So.
Yeah, they're absolutely fine. But why do these people that clearly he isn't been sat behind his keyboard messing around, experimenting and shit? No, he was probably just told release a song, Diesel, please.
His overlords just commanded him.
Yeah,
he was like, fine.
So they just put him in a booth and he sort of grumbled.
I do. Oh my god. James, something disturbing happened.
Oh fuck, what happened?
Something genuinely disturbing.
Well, what is disturbing? You need to elaborate.
So I have a golden retriever, Paisley. She's going through heat at the moment, her first season. So it's just a nightmare. You can't really walk them the same way. You gotta clean up lots of mess. But all of this is irrelevant, sort of. Because, James, I came down after recording something or editing on my computer. I came down and looked out at the dogs to check on them. And then I see Paisley's lying in the garden, kind of sheltering something. She's holding something. Something alive. A real life creature.
Yeah.
A bird. Quite a big bird too, a fucking pigeon. She was holding a pigeon, like under her paws, you know, like when a lion's just caught its prey.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stance. And there were feathers fucking everywhere. And I didn't hear shit is the weirdest part. I don't know how she got hold of the pigeon. The only thing I can imagine what happened was it like made the mistake of landing in the garden when she was like sunbathing out there, because they like to sunbathe, and she would have just darted towards it and just instinctually grabbed it.
So she attacked it?
Well, this is what I don't know, because the state, I actually recorded the first time me seeing it, like my first reaction.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll put that in if it's suitable. But
Did it die?
oh yeah, it was very dead by the time the whole affair was over, because it got worse from there. It was horrible, because it started a fight between Paisley and Argy, because Argy really wanted it. Yeah, and like Paisley was doing that weird thing that dogs do when like they have something they know they're not supposed to have, but they really want it, and they keep like moving away from you and shit. And it's like, it was still alive at first. It was like wriggling and shit, and it was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? And then they started fighting, so I had to fucking break it up, like drag them inside, and like I was holding one of them with each arm, and the back door was still open and the bird was still out there, so I knew if I let go of either of them, they would run to that bird.
Yeah.
And you know, probably start another fight, to be honest. So I had to like, it felt like being Indiana Jones in like an action sequence where you have to do it in just the right time, or it's all fucked. I had to like let go and sprint to the back door and close it, and then just separate them until they calmed down a bit. But Jesus Christ, it was horrible. Then it was out there and I had to go clean it up. It died by then, I think, in the scuffle of the fight.
Of shock.
Yeah, it was, because what she had been doing, I think, was lying there like plucking its feathers.
Yeah, that
But
seems like
horrible.
a Paisley thing to do.
That's like torture.
Yeah, it is genuine torture, yeah. So Paisley's a fucking murderer now. She's a
fucking
killer.
just somehow
who-
clapped a fucking pigeon.
Who would have thunk Paisley would be the one to do that?
Do you think she was the one that like killed it, or do you think it like flew into a window and landed in the garden?
I've got no idea.
She definitely plucked it, which is on her, but
Yeah.
I don't know how she got it. How did it?
For
Why
her.
would a bird land in a garden with dogs?
You
I
know
just
what
don't-
though? You do like pick the dogs up and feed them moths and stuff. So,
They're like going up the ladder.
yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if
She's
I can
climbing the chain.
anything that flies, they think they can eat.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get a bald eagle in and see who wins.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'd win.
you wouldn't. But it's good. It's just good. There's another killer in the jar media
Yeah,
world.
pets.
Yeah, no,
But is Argy killed?
no, Argy ain't. The biggest thing he's killed are just bugs. He loves bugs.
So Argy is the cuck bitch of all the animals so far. He's the bottom bow.
My fear when this whole thing was going on, aside from the obvious parts, was like I was thinking about that first episode of House of Cards, where there's like that dog, and he's like, "I'm gonna put it out of its misery." I was like, "I'm not gonna have to put a pigeon out of its misery, am I?" Because it was like it was beyond.
Do you think you could have?
Well, that's what I started to like thinking about. Like, Jesus, what am I supposed to do about this? How am I
So what
supposed
did you
to
do with the body?
By the time like I got to it, it was like full of rigor mortis and was like just a stiff thing, and I just kind of flicked it into a plastic bag and double bagged it and put it in the garbage.
I hope that's
And the day before, the trash had been collected
Oh,
too,
fuck.
so I think it's still in there.
No, you've got a problem with that.
Why?
Maggots.
No, it's fine.
Nah,
And hopefully they won't be able to get. Nothing will be able to get to it because it's double bagged and.
Yeah, like I mean,
In a
they'll
dustbin as
still
well.
putting half rats and stuff in the bin all the time. It's
No,
fine.
but that's not bad. When it's a big one on like a pigeon, you probably will. There will be some maggots. I'm pretty.
Yeah, there's maggots on the rats though.
Yeah, but you just don't have a
Wait.
maggot fucking fest.
you put it in the bin outside, right?
Yeah, of course. Why would I put it in my kitchen bin?
Well, exactly. Then it doesn't really matter if maggots are in there. You know?
It does.
True.
There's nothing more disgusting than maggots.
No, they are. So there was this this half-eaten. Billy had actually decided to eat the bottom half of a rat, and that was halfway down the garden.
God, he's a psycho.
And I cleaned that up, and there were these like big maggots.
How long it had been there?
Day or two.
Doesn't take long for those maggots to settle.
No.
I remember, because I used to work in catering, doing some pig, like the hog roast stuff with the carcass. So my boss just put it in a fucking bin. So this is a whole fucking pig carcass in a bin.
Oh my god.
You go out there, I'm literally talking the fucking whole bin was just maggots.
That is
fucking
gross.
thousands. And
Is that always how he disposed with this point?
I think so, and it's just like...
Jesus Christ.
And then he set fire to it. Like, to kill the maggots, he just fucking lit it alight. And it's just, when you see that many maggots where it's just literally like a wave, it changed, the whole fucking colour's gone, it's just these little fucking yellow fucking fuckers. You feel like death.
Maggots are death, yeah, they represent death.
It's disgusting, I hate it, I hate maggots. If I see them, I'm going to puke.
Who out there likes maggots? Write in and tell us.
There are definitely some maggot fans. Some passionate maggots.
Do you know what's the thing though? I'm pretty sure certain, like if you have like exotic animals, sometimes you have to feed them maggots, I think. So you buy in these fucking maggots and feed it. Like, fuck, no.
Yeah, like little lizards and stuff. They like maggots and all that. Little protein snack.
Mad Max likes maggots.
I remember once, I don't know how it happened, but maggots got like in the bin in the kitchen. So like when I took the bin bag, lifted it up, like maggots were like in the bottom of it.
Oh, what's that? Fuck, don't talk about maggots, you
Do you think
scare
it was
me.
a spider? We're getting some major spiders around here at the moment.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's horrible. I had one pounce at me when I was lying in bed playing Mario Galaxy.
What?
Yeah, I was just lying there, like just winding down for the day, and then I see it like crawl up onto the mattress. It's horrible. It's just the last thing you want right before you're going to bed.
Yeah.
A huge spider to just walk up right.
See, at the moment, I've not had issues with spiders. Because I'm not opening any windows, like anything. It's all just... It's spider season at the moment, obviously, so they're fucking everywhere, so I'm going on a no spider.
Well, normally, whenever the dog's around, I don't have to worry about it, because they just snatch them up and have a little snack, but...
Oh my god. Those your dogs, you've taught them to be so disgusting.
What have I done?
Because it's you. If there's a huge spider, you'll just pick Argy, feed it to him, and there's that clip. There's that clip where one of them ate a huge spider, and you can hear the crunch as Argy just like nibs down on it. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, you've literally eaten a scorpion, so you can't look down on them that much.
Yeah, but that was dead.
Does that make a difference, do you reckon?
It does.
They eat dead ones too that they find.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But when it's a live spider and then and there's crunchiness in their mouth as they chew down, that's bad.
Maybe they taste great.
And there was the time Argy ate a May bug.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
A May bug?
That was proper crunchy.
You ever seen a May bug, James? They're like really rare.
No.
I've seen them. I've only seen one in my whole life.
And you fed it to Argy.
No, I didn't feed it to him. He caught it. They're actually called a cockchafer. I'm not joking.
What?
They're called cockchafers.
Enlarge.
No, what? This isn't like a fake picture. I just googled Maybug.
Yeah, no, but I don't know what they look like.
Oh, the actual. But I thought you were trying to look at proof for the.
No, not of the cockchafer. Skyfer.
They're like big beetles. They're very big.
They're huge. Yeah, because we were up here and it like thudded into the door.
Yeah, that was it. It was so big you could hear it go into the like side of the wall. Yeah. It was really stupid.
And then Argy just crunched it.
I think that you might have clips of that one.
Yeah, I think is there a video?
I definitely recorded some of it on my phone.
Yeah, that might be one.
That was a very crunchy video.
Oh Christ! Gaius does not eat any of that stuff.
Do you not chase bugs and stuff like cats? They chase bugs.
He chased bugs,
and...
but he's never like crunched down on any.
Maybe it's smart. Maybe you shouldn't encourage them to eat bugs. I don't know.
No, I reckon you should. You've done the right thing.
Unless, what about if you're in a country where the bugs are more perilous?
That's true.
Maybe it wouldn't
That's
be the
a good
best
point.
idea to encourage them.
Don't take them to Australia.
Don't let your corgi eat down on a black widow. Maybe that might end not so good.
Or it'll end great.
Yeah, they might actually. Yeah, I wonder if. Well, we got lots of Australian listeners. If any of you have dogs, do you use them as like spider catchers? Some of them probably even fight snakes. I would have thought, just instinctually. You hear the odd story of like, a dog saved a baby from a snake.
Yeah.
Type shit. Two. I just hoped we'd all be like linked and we'd all say 2 because this episode's 2.
Oh, right.
But it's fucked.
No,
it's fucked.
We've done shit like that just too much. We need to...
Let's just do this then. 2.
3.
We're back after these messages.
Bye!
That's it, I'm off the cast.
Bully Eye Boy, premium toy.
Chip chop choy on the fucking bitch loy. Jar Media shirts now, or I'm gonna hurt you. Description below.
This is the part where we read patron names, Dibby tier and above. Thank you for the support. Oh dear. Jamie broke into my house and shot my dog. Parentheses, aka Review Tech Azerbaijan. Michael from NZ. Willy drip onto my willy. Pissadick X Pissaminge fanfiction written by James. You lads are cozy as hell, emitting absolutely golden vibes. Keep that in your hearts. J. Hugh Janus, Mike Hunt, Drew P. Wiener, Willie Stroker, Keeper Cummings, Mike Litterus, Dixon Beaver, Wilma Fingerdo, Review Tech Azerbaijan, Gluteus Glutman, Spider-Man. This is why only fools are heroes, because you never know when some lunatic will come along with sadistic choice. Let die the woman. Oh, that's Green Goblin's speech from Spider-Man. Let die the woman you love. James, I think you left your pants in my room last night. Holy shit, I'm gonna come. Alex, grab that banana. Oh fuck. Reese Duffy. Oopie doopie. Alex touched my slippery dingus and Jim did nothing to stop him. Review Tech Azerbaijan. Tonight on Jar. James nuts in the jar. Jim puts Dick the head up his ass. Alex gets seized by the Azerbaijani mafia and Ruben dies. That time Ruben twerked on a newspaper so hard the headline changed. I'm ordering you to surrender that AI. Willy Wanker, sometimes known as Review Tech Swindon. Fuck. Cosmic Mapping. Born to Shit, Forced to Wipe, aka Review Tech Yugoslavia. Review Tech's gonna have to go in the jar at some point.
Yeah.
Rose Lithgow. The ones that are normal are weird now.
Yeah.
I've just paid 20 quid for this stupid fucking Sandy tier. Fuck you, Jar, aka Review Tech USA. Can I have some pussy, please? Just a crumb of pussy. Malik Vest. Review Tech, you are gay. You're scaring me. You're really pissing me off. Perry. Lisa Ann Booty. Gunge my clunge with James 10-inch truncheon. Alright, cool. Manna come back on alright, cool. Then put on my Nike Air trainees and run this. Tickle Mine Thomas. Right, this one, they're trying to be a comedian with this. They just type just random things on the keyboard. So it's just aga go walk go well go let's go gef. Stephen is human. Margaret Thatcher. Meekly. Connotada. Hi there, I'm James McAvoy, and you're only 1 week away from seeing Sherlock Gnomes in theatres. Get your tickets in the... I can't read this name on the cast, it's way too explicit. In fact, I might have to report this to Patreon, this is fucked up.
Minions, The Rise of Gru Tech USA. Why won't you let me back on the cast? Sincerely, Randy. There's only one question to resolve. I'm scared. I feel a little crazy. I'm not lucid. The assumptions are right. Ruben is twerking, smirking and jerking off and Jim loves it, but now James is very jealous. If you play Yakuza games with English dub, you are mentally unstable, aka Review Tech US gay. Thomas Martin, Evan Pierce, and so really matters to me, you're out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not pissing and shitting and coming. Augie is a cheeky little poo muncher, gobble gobble yummy yummy tasty chocky in my tummy. Noah Kanjal, Quebec Films, Russell Brand's Rusty Rockets better spread my ass cheeks in Azerbaijan. Robert Foe, mayhaps a homoerotic hug. Aura, Mercedes, Cool Dip Chip, Keck Flaxington, Young Moz, Numa Banana, Ben, Fartbag, George Kenwood Parker. Oh, I got me a keyboard smash. Lan Fair Goggery Gotch. Kieran Harkin, Fiddle, Dream Awful 2142. Make Calling Ruben a weekly segment, you dirty glizzy gobblers. Fiona Gorman, there's old friends and new friends and even a bear. Through good times and bad times, it's true love we share. Tomcat, Muff Murphy, Ethan Height, 01000000110.
No, that's too long. Don't do that. Don't bother.
010. Sir Capsalot, I turned my penis into James and he vomits wee out his mouth when I go potty. Call him piss a dick. In brackets, mini James penis. Bill Wiz, Acolyte.
This is the best bit.
The Normal Patron, aka Review Tech USA. Lily says trans rights do you. Review Tech grips Dibby Doser. Me, get delivery like a G. See hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mine every day. Every week. Chicken wings to the crib. I'm sitting in.
Damn, nice flow.
Lewis Horsburgh. Ferdia Pleeman. Waydal. Alberto Gomez. Wet ass pocket pussy. Kirsten Armstrong. Alex you fool. Every JARCAST you failed to mention Angry Joe. He only gets stronger. Adam Johnston. Tom Buiz. Juan Hernandez. Jam. Benjamin Bilbson. Well done, boys. Looks like ice cold sushi for breakfast.
Fuck.
Joel Stewart. Ruben's Azerbaijani son. Logie Bear. Kane with a pisser dick. Connie Reed. Cameron Hayen. Big Whoops. Gremblow. Ollie Miles. I'm not saying that. Gita Panda. 0010110011000101110. Review Tech Goatsy Dimension. I don't have to do this one again.
I don't know which one it is, bro. What is it?
My convoy's been hit. I've got wounded. We're on the Sasavo Highway about East Avoy. Please. Someone, anyone. Randy ruins Patreon. Oh, yeah, you snooping about, are we? You're a cheeky one, aren't you? Aggie13, Katya fucking Manigan, and David Wallace.
Give me that.
I'm going to read a bit of the one that James ignored. Then it starts with please Argy or Argyle Senpai. I'll let you read the rest.
I don't think I'm ready. I'm so nervous. Argy then whispered into my ear, be still.
Stop, please. Stop fucking
stop.
sexualizing Argy.
Yeah.
He's like 4 years old.
Yeah, it's wrong.
So the first binary was hi Alex, suck. Like hi Alex, comma, suck.
Argy suck. Argy suck.
And the other binary is just an ellipsis. That's all it is.
What?
There's 3 dots.
That's crazy, dude.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you forever. I'm all out of whack.
Ball out of whack. Right, we ready?
I'm fucking riled up.
And I'm ready for... Oh, James just walked up.
Okay.
I kind of like this new look for James.
Yeah, it fucking suits him.
Fucking shit. Woo. It's the fucking worst shit. James, what are your honest opinions on that shirt? Genuinely.
It's fucking terrible.
It's candid.
No, cause it's bad because you can feel it.
Oh yeah, I hate
It's
that.
like really bad quality.
Yeah, it's terrible. But this kind
What
of...
is it, like a cat wearing aviators?
Yeah. And... Yeah.
And a hat?
No, it's wearing a bandana. It's a biker cat is what I think it actually is. But it's just like, this is generally kind of fucking sick. Why do people not like this?
What, dungarees?
No, I'm on about the fucking shirt.
Oh.
The cat thing?
Yeah. Ironically, it's incredible. I love it.
On another note about your outfit, you wearing underwear?
Yes, I'm wearing underwear.
I just needed to know.
This is the second half of the cast where we talk about questions and life from the Jar subreddit. Head over to the suggestion thread. Ask us whatever you feel like. Eat, Sleep, Anime is going to start us off. Could you finally settle the normal versus curry episode conflict? There's been a war in this subreddit and you need to be the Enola gay.
Enola gay?
And we need you guys to be the Enola gay.
The Enola gay?
They're both fucking shit. No.
No, this is easy. Why does anyone hold the curry episode over the normal episode?
Yeah, no, you're wrong if you prefer it.
It's the worst episode. Like, objectively, it is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And objectively, the normal episode is the most normal, so...
Yeah, like, it's not good or bad, it's just normal. So...
Put on Face says, thoughts on eating the ice out of your drink?
Well, listen here, Poo on Face.
Listen up, bitch.
Listen up. You got me riled up. You got me acting fucking... I eat ice out of my drink every time.
I don't.
Is it the change in texture?
No, it's just it's cold. What's the point in it?
That's exactly the point. It's because it's cold.
Yeah.
No.
That's why you put it in drinks.
Yeah, but not to eat.
Have you ever thought about making ice cubes out of the drink you're drinking, so as it melts, it's just melting the same liquid in instead of watering down your drink?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty mainstream tactic, Alex.
Jesus.
Wait, what?
I've never done it myself.
No, say it again.
So, like, say for example, I'm drinking
Coke.
Yeah, Pepsi.
Oh, right. So you freeze.
So you just pour it into the ice cube maker thing,
Right.
and then freeze Coke ice cubes. Have you ever gone that far, bro? You ever thought that
No.
far ahead?
No, I don't care.
Well, I don't tend to.
So you just don't give a
ice.
shit about life hacks then?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I had this whole new segment that was going to be about different life hacks, and it would be really useful, and everyone was going to be like, thanks, Jar, for really having a purpose and giving us life hacks every episode, you know?
Yeah, we did say we fucking led into it with the intro bit. We talk about life in this section.
With a life
hacks.
The Life Hack podcast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but okay,
the life hack / fleshlight podcast.
No. Okay, so because we did get fucked over by Fleshlight, what is our life hack for Fleshlight, or is that Fleshlight?
Yeah,
life hack?
the fucking life hack is don't buy one.
Fuck, dude. I don't have a problem with eating the ice out of your drink. Do you know what this actually reminds me of?
What?
Go on.
Speaking of the dogs and the various treats they enjoy, I've taught them that ice cubes are like a treat. And Paisley gets so excited for when I give her ice.
Yeah.
I even made a song for it. Everybody loves a piece of ice.
Cool.
Dogs are drawn to it, especially if it's midsummer. If you give them an ice cube, they're gonna fucking chow down on it.
No, watching her eat ice though is horrible. 'Cause it must hurt.
No, we should record her eating an ice cube.
Yeah, but I don't know if we should really. Might get cancelled.
Why?
Because you've taught her
fucking water.
to eat ice. So she'll eat like 8 pints worth of water in ice. Like in a row. She'll just like, fucking
8 pints. Do you know how many fucking ice cubes she'd have to eat to drink 8
I'm
pints of water?
sorry, I'm exaggerating.
She
but
used like 2 ice cubes.
No, we sat there and she must have had like 10.
Oh yeah, because
row.
Argy didn't have his. He just likes to hold them.
Yeah, I think you like dropped more than you intended to and just didn't pick them up, and she just ate them one after the other, like desperately, like
as if they were a valuable resource. Yeah. Dumb animals, idiots,
Cute animals.
Max09Willow24 says, if you became the next host on Top Gear, do you think it would be well received?
No, it'll be shit.
Of course it wouldn't. Why? Can you imagine?
I think it would be.
Well received.
Yeah.
What's your favourite car? What knowledge have you got on them? The only one who could actually hold a candle would be James. I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I don't know, we're
It
coming for
goes.
Top Gear. I'm on my way. I'm taking Top Gear down.
Yeah.
Top Gear's been dead to me for a long time.
Oh god, yeah.
I feel like
No,
it's
have you
been
ever
dead to
seen
most.
it? The new one.
Who's on it now? Who are the
Fucking guy from that dating
show? Paddy McGuinness.
Yeah.
Then you got the cricket.
Let the lamb meet the clam.
Is it really that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, him. And a cricketer.
That's shit.
And one guy that's Chris Harris, who's actually a proper car person. But he's just short, so they basically doing the old Top Gear thing of, oh, let's just make jokes about being short. Fuck me, is that all you're gonna fucking do?
Oh yeah, because that was the whole Richard
That's-
Hammond thing.
yeah,
That was
that's-
it.
that's
That was
all
the
the
But
joke.
it doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense because they got rid of Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, there was that drama. They made the Grand Tour. Do you know who owns the company that makes the Grand Tour? It's
Who?
funded by the BBC.
Really?
Yep,
Oh.
the whole
I thought
company.
it was Amazon.
No, the studio was funded by the BBC. And their current stuff they're doing now is BBC funded. It's a fucking joke. But Grand Tour's not that great anyway.
Is it not?
No, they're past their prime. It's
Yeah.
it,
Oh well.
I was never big on Top Gear anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember liking it like when I used to watch television. Like, every now and again there'd be like a special.
like, you
which was
wouldn't-
funny.
Like, seek it out.
I seek
Yeah.
it out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was never
Sorry.
really into cars till I had my own one. But. Jonah XH says, I've only ever asked you lot one question before and you thought it was stupid. I spent these past 4 years searching the utmost inner depth departments of my brain for a more stupid one, and I think I'm finally ready. If a person dies due to childbirth, who's more likely to sue the baby? The other parent or the person's relatives? And I'm laughing because this is just the most bizarre fucking pointless question.
Brilliant question, though. Really good one this time. Nice.
Yeah, it definitely happens
Thanks.
a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's
Who
more
do you
likely
think?
to sue the baby?
I'd say a relative.
What? Yeah, I just don't really understand the premise, Jonah. I'm sorry.
A for effort.
B for bad question.
But B's quite good.
True. So it's B for bad question, but it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Movies Music Me says, okay, Mingers, here's one. I work night shift at a petrol station in Australia. I'm the guy who hit the kangaroo last month. Over in Australia, we have a type of people referred to as Bogans.
Bogans, yeah.
Not sure if you're familiar with this term.
Before? Bogans, they buy a Commodore, stick a fucking supercharger on it and do fucking wicked burnouts.
But it's
Someone
basically
else.
like a very trashy person who usually smells horrible and yells and is either severely overweight or severely underweight. I have a policy here for the majority of my shift where I can't let anyone into the store and must serve through the window. I've been here a year now and I think it's only within that year that I've realised how fucking awful humanity can be. And Bogans are a big part of this. And that I get massively shit customers that yell at me or bang on the glass. Even had one guy take a photo of me for no reason. My question is, when was the last time you encountered someone so unreservedly shit that it left you feeling really upset, irritated, anxious, or just generally down? Don't have to name drop, but I'd like to hear stories if you have any. Thanks so much for the laughs once again.
Bogans.
Is that like the equivalent of chav then? kind
Yeah,
of?
I guess.
It's like a redneck chav
Right,
Bogan
yeah.
Commodore
Yeah, that makes
driver.
sense.
Yeah, school is the thing that comes to mind
Yeah.
when it comes to real shitty people.
I have a memory of like just walking through town once and someone like in a hurry like asking me if I knew the time, because this was like before everyone had mobile phones.
Mhm.
That's how far back it was, but I didn't. I said no. And then he got like really pissy at me. Oh, you fucking useless. And then just walked off. It's like, what?
Jesus Christ.
that's not how it works. That's not the rules of
Yeah.
engagement, my friend.
I can't think. It's like nothing comes to my mind. Nothing at all.
Nothing when you're like... Because I think of like adventures in retail and just dealing with, customers and stuff like that. There's always some, but they never leave. You'll feel shit about it for a bit, but like a lot of the exchanges are so meaningless. They don't stick around. I only remember the odd one. Yeah, they
all sort of blur together when
exactly
working in,
because it's like it's the same energy. I remember like accidentally IDing people, or not even accidentally. Like the policy is supposed to like if you're
25,
if you're unsure, just ID.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they're trying to buy their drinkies and they don't have their ID with them, they get really angry at you and just have a right go at you.
What? But that's their fault.
Yes, they will. But they're like, I'm over the age though. Do I know that?
Yeah.
You look really young to me, I'm afraid.
It's literally your job.
Yes.
To stop that.
See, my ID has never been requested. They just see me as just like, 25.
You've never been ID'd?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, never been ID'd.
The fuck?
Don't need to. Even when I was like 18 buying alcohol, I still didn't know. I never ID'd back then.
Weird.
That's crazy.
Because for me, it was like every time. Every time.
Nah.
Weird. Warpig Warfare says, Jerry Seinfeld was such a great guest when you had him on back in 2015. So when do you think you'll be able to get him back onto the cast? Well, he's moved on to B-Movie 2, I think, so he's probably a bit busy.
Yeah, we can't message Jerry.
Fuck. Is that a low-hanging fruit, bro? A bit beezy. It's about the quality of the writing of the movie, to be fair.
It's fucking better than the movie. Let's be honest.
I like B-Movie.
Let's be honest, guys.
Way.
You like B-Movie, do you?
It's not bad.
Why? What do you like about it? Do you like the relationship between the woman and the bee?
Yeah. I just like all of it.
What kind of relationship is it? What do they want from each other? Are they friends?
Fucked up one.
But like her story is that she basically breaks up with her boyfriend, so
because he's a fascist.
Yeah, he's a bee hater.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure he'll be back soon, won't he, James?
Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to start doing your impression.
Yeah, your famous impression.
I thought you loved doing the Jerry impression.
I don't know what you're on about.
Hooper 101 has a question I'm honestly not going to read all of, but I only capped this because I felt like the work put into it was worth bringing up.
Okay.
Because he said, "What up, slime boy suckers? Big question here. What elite dangerous ships are the members of JAR?"
Oh fuck! Oh.
This is my pick if you want something to base it off. And I'll read just one because he wrote like a full paragraph for every member. Who shall I read?
Well, who's got the
James.
coolest ship?
I don't know. They're all just names, like the Asp Explorer.
Who's that?
That's me.
That's the first ship, isn't it?
A medium-sized exploration ship designed to explore distant worlds without being too challenging.
It's the one I used.
Alex's glass canopy is one of the best for sightseeing, and the large amount of optional internals lets you experiment. The Explorer isn't a bad miner as well. From seismic launches to normal mining lasers. Then he linked me to the fucking wiki page for the Asp Explorer.
Okay, what's Jim?
Jim is the Viper Mark III.
What am I?
You are the Fer-de-Lance.
Fuck.
What, is that bad?
Yeah.
I don't really know much about Elite Dangerous. Andrew Date has a story for us. Hello, fellas. I just have a quick story about my mum walking in on me watching JAR. I've been watching old episodes on my TV pretty frequently, and I've been very nervous about about what my parents would see of the cast if they happened to drop in. Thankfully, when my mum walked in the other day, I was watching episode 162, and you boys were talking about gamers with disabilities quite respectfully and normally. This was rather lucky, as about 10 minutes earlier in that episode, James was talking about a video of a man putting his dick in his own bum, and about 5 minutes later, Jim did a wet fart directly into the mic. My question is, what's the worst non-pornography related thing your parents have caught you doing? Thanks.
Non-pornography? Cool. Watching anime?
I have a vivid memory of playing Final Fantasy 13 and being like embarrassed to play it in front of.
Yeah.
It's just like, how can I even explain this? I can't explain it.
They can't explain it.
Yeah,
It can explain itself.
What is he like? They must be thinking like, what the fuck is going on in his head?
Yeah.
This is what he's like. It's like the most surreal thing if you're just not used to that kind of shit.
I don't really, I don't even know how to answer. So I've never had those situations. Like, I've never. Besides anime.
So surely, but you've watched a lot of anime though, so surely that's quite a lot then.
No, it's just
so have you been watching anime and then one of your parents like comes in and do they make a comment? What do they do?
My mum starts screaming for my dad like, he's watching cartoons. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
And then we're like, they're not. There's adult animation, Mum. It's such a meme.
But then they watch like the most fucking garbage, like shit possible.
What's like an example of a movie they've enjoyed recently?
They went to the cinema recently to watch something. It's in the cinema. Can't remember what it is though.
Do you have any idea?
No. They just like shit. They're
There's
like every
only 2 movies playing.
No, but they keep playing like just older movies now.
Oh really?
There's like a really weird selection at the moment.
It doesn't even matter. What movie they watched is irrelevant. Just boomers.
No, I was just hoping you'd get a funny example.
Boomers don't have taste.
Lego Loppy 12345 says, music related question for you boner lovers. Oh, I hope it's about Vin Diesel. As you know, musicians are severely underpaid in the current music landscape. Excuse me. Musicians that choose to put their music up on streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, are essentially sacrificing the monetary value of their music in exchange for greater exposure. Musicians earn far under a penny per listen of their music, meaning that only the top of musicians are capable of actually making a living from the music that they release. Apple Music averages, get this, $0.00735 US per listen.
Wow.
Spotify is 0.00437. And YouTube Music's is 0.00069, which is nothing. It's just it's a fraction of a penny.
Yeah.
My question is, under what circumstances would you be willing to buy an album? Say you're dealing with a price range of $10 to $15. No judgment, just curious. Much love, Casey.
You can't go back to that. You know, like the line's already been crossed.
Mm-hmm. Like ideally in my mind, like the ideal setup I can imagine is you have a nice record player and a nice setup for that, and like your favorite albums you think deserve, you know, that kind of treatment. You buy physically as like a way to support the artist, and I've done that. I don't even have a fucking record player, and I bought some records for bands that I really like. Just to support them. But yeah, it is about the exposure thing though. Because it's the same pros and cons. Like there's just so much choice. Much choice.
Music is so accessible now.
Yeah. And everyone can make it fairly easily now.
Yeah.
On computers. You can make a banger on your laptop. In the
You're making one right now.
Yeah, this whole episode I've been making it. It's about eating ice.
Oh, sweet. Does it go ice baby?
Dogyear844 says, Alex, will you ever make a serious song? I can tell you have a very good secret singing voice.
Well, he's doing a song right now.
Yeah, it doesn't get much more serious than this.
Why did you ask a question that's already been answered?
To be fair, they didn't know what we'd been talking about on this episode, because for them they haven't heard it yet.
What?
I'm clean living, baby. Says, do you salute magpies? Is that really something English people do?
No. I wouldn't even fucking know if a magpie flew past me.
Hopefully it doesn't land in the garden. It'll be toast.
Yeah.
And you'll have to salute for that one.
Is that really a thing British people do?
Where's that come from?
Legend.
I've never heard that before.
I have. You salute the first magpie of the day. It's tradition.
Oh, it's a superstition. In Britain, there is probably no other wild bird that is associated with superstition as much as the magpie. Folklore has surrounded magpies in the UK and the rest of Europe for hundreds of years, and Victorians were so fearful of magpies that they nearly hunted them to extinction.
Jesus.
God, I didn't know that. However, before the spread of Christianity, the magpie was an important symbolic bird often associated with good luck or fortune. The Romans, for example, believed that the magpie was highly intelligent, which they are, with excellent reasoning abilities, and in ancient Greece, magpies were sacred. Huh.
Very cool.
That is very cool. I much prefer respecting them for their intelligence over fearing them for the superstition, though. I think the Romans and Greeks had it right. Otherwise Annual says, last episode, Jim mentioned playing through Bloodborne again recently. I was wondering if he's played the Old Hunters DLC or if he's planning on playing it. Personally, the DLC is what made Bloodborne a top 10 game for me, into my number 1 game. Thanks, boys, game on. And I've heard this before, about how it's really what seals the deal with that game. But
yeah,
but it's also a thing that I've heard about, like, literally every Souls game pretty much. Like, the DLC is, like...
Yeah, they always, like, go all in.
Yeah.
DLCs. But, it's just... No, I haven't even finished the base game ever. It's on PS4.
Because you can't play it on PC, yeah?
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying to, like, switch HDMIs and whatever.
Would you play it if you could, like, play it on
if I could
PS5
play it
with a better frame rate?
Yeah, if I get a PS5 and it comes out for that, I'd like to actually get into it properly without, like...
Yeah.
Because the second I have a break with Bloodborne, it's so hard to get back into it just because it's on that console.
Yeah, but it's the frame thing for me. Like, trying out Sekiro on Xbox compared to on PC, it's fucking nice.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's all there is, you do sort of just get used to it.
Yeah,
and it to be fair, it feels really good. Even though it's 30 frames. It feels great.
It still does feel good. It's just when you know that you could just objectively be getting a smoother, better experience, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would like to try the DLC.
I'm Clean Living Baby also asks, thoughts on Nick Kroll looking like a big mouth character in real life? No, I thought that was what the whole kind of character design is based around, because it's like I guess it's his tale.
Yeah, like Big Mouth. I guess he was Big Mouth when he was a kid.
Has Big Mouth been, like, cancelled yet? Like, I'm so fascinated by Big Mouth's presence because it seems to be really popular and have a fan base.
Yeah.
And clearly, like, it keeps being renewed for new seasons. But then, whenever you see anyone talk about it, it's like mocking it and saying how shit it is and making fun of it.
I think normal people like it.
Normies.
I don't want to be saying that, but like the average person just likes it.
Like Big Bang Theory, the reason that's popular type.
Yeah, Family Guy.
Oh well. That guy EJ says, me being a sadistic little shit, I'm generally drawn to incredibly violent movies such as The Raid 2 and Drive. What are some of the most satisfyingly brutal, violent movies you lads have seen?
Gears of War fucking 5.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. It's not a movie, but we were just looking through the, like, executions, and it's always one of the funnier things about Gears of War. But there are some really funny ones.
They
just
are
like
hilarious.
ragdoll the body and do everything. But as far as, like, violent movies go, I think Martyrs is the pick for me. We'll have to watch that at some point. It's like a really horrible, graphic horror movie.
I have heard
about it. That's quite effective, yeah. What did you say, sorry, James?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it, James, because you don't like horror movies.
I wouldn't like it, no. But I've read out the whole story though. I know everything that happens in it.
Don't spoil it.
Spoilers. There's blood.
Well, yeah. If you're after, like, gore and violence, some of the Saw movies have some pretty funny traps in them.
We have seen a Saw movie. We watched that later one, like the reboot one, that was shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking laser beam.
Jigsaw? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. We watched that one. It was shit.
Or was that the new one with Marty
I
in
haven't
it?
seen Jigsaw.
Yeah.
We saw one where it's like
Where there's that part where they're like being buried by grain, and there's like weapons falling down and just missing them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one. It's funny, when I think of Drive, I don't really think of it as being incredibly violent. The Raid I do.
Yeah,
The Raid 2 as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, but those are two really shit examples though.
No, the Raid 2 is a good
The
one.
Raid's
No,
incredibly
Drive.
violent. Drive's a bad example, I think, of violence.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it incredibly violent.
Itchy
It
the
has
Killer's
violent-
like fucking 10 times more fucking violent than Drive. Like that's if this person
Yeah.
likes those movies, you should be watching the Japanese ones because they actually fucking go full in on that shit.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bizarre Japanese movies that go through.
But I
remember finding out, what is it called, like the Guinea Pig series, where it's just there's like these Japanese films, they're like horror movies, and it's just about like people like torturing, and it's all about the gore and shit. I've never watched one, but yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that sort of film.
I like gore when it's used kind of in a tongue-in-cheek sort of way,
Yeah.
like Evil Dead and
I'd like to shout out Quentin Tarantino movies for their blood
yeah,
sprays.
yeah, like Django's got the ridiculous amount of blood at the end. Yeah, Peter Jackson's early movie, Dead Alive, that's got some awesome gore in it too. Got some good picks though.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Jackson Bird has one. Hey Jar, since you guys briefly brought up conspiracy theories on the last cast, I thought I'd share something I'm doing for school. Every year the senior class has a year-long project they must complete in order to graduate. I chose to do my project in the conspiracy theory canon? QAnon? How do you say it?
I have no idea.
Oh, do you not know? If you boys don't know what it is, the theory is that the world is run by elitist Satanist pedophiles that are called the Cabal, and that Donald Trump was elected to run for office by military leaders in order to win the presidency and wage war against the Cabal. I think you can see why I chose it. But anyway, I wanted to know if you guys have ever heard of QAnon. The Q and A are capitals, but the non is not. So I don't know how to say it. And what are your thoughts are on it? Yeah, maybe canon. Personally, I think it's hilarious that someone can believe something that sounds like it came from a young adult novel. Cheers, boys.
But that's not a conspiracy theory, that's just real. It's just true.
Maybe the Satanist pedophiles part.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why Donald Trump would be...
This is actually triggering a memory now. I do vaguely remember reading about this, because I remember specifically the Cabal thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, with all the Epstein shit, it's quite...
Yeah.
How deep that runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all this Cabal nonsense though.
Do you find it fun to think about? Like,
I get very little enjoyment out of conspiracy theories and thinking if they're real or not.
No, but like just the idea of there being some like secret organization that controls everything.
I think it's like a fun idea for stories. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like it's the kind of thing where if it is going on, like, I'm fine with it.
Well, yeah.
I can live my whole life and just never learn about it if that's the case.
Yeah.
I can live a fulfilling life.
What does it
and never know
actually like affect?
about. Yeah, we just don't know. We just see our little existence. Mr. Offskmg. Hey there, Gungans. Me and my dad just watched Akira in the cinema yesterday. This was the best cinema experience in my life so far. I was just wondering what you think of the movie and your best, worst cinema experiences.
What movie is this?
You haven't seen Akira, have you, Jim?
No.
What Akira?
Akira, the movie Akira.
The actual Akira.
Yeah.
Because there's so many fucking just...
No, when they say, you know what they mean when they say Akira.
I just didn't know any cinemas were actually playing that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they saw it at cinema. But
Yeah.
Not very good movie.
Don't be a troll.
No, there was genuine criticisms of it.
Yeah,
Such
but like
as?
it's also really cool.
Yeah, it's unbelievably cool.
The animation is
Incredible.
ridiculous. the look of the movie you can't criticize.
Is it the one with the bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Incredibly influential for anyone into animation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything cyberpunk as well is influenced by
Yep.
Akira. There's gonna be so many Akira references.
And it's kind of like
Christ.
it's been a while since I've seen it. I've actually been meaning to rewatch it, but I remember there being kind of like almost like a superhero-y aspect to it, or not superheroes, but like kind of mutations.
It just becomes like just like it gets really weird near the end. Like the first I wouldn't even say half. It's like when it's all about the biker gangs and shit. That's so fucking interesting and cool. And then it goes to this fucking like proper sci-fi fucking nutcase, fucking giant babies, fucking just goes wild. And that's when I lose interest in it, really.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose. Oh yeah, I'll rewatch that at some point.
Got it on Blu-ray.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh really?
The films I really like, I always buy on Blu-ray. I buy all the collector shit for them.
Oh right.
And I just happen to have loads of shit for Akira.
A_username 1917 says, lads, Cast 222 actually goes up on my birthday, and I've got a massively important history exam the day after. Can I get a Yeahooooyeah for good luck?
No,
please, thank you, and game on.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeahooooyeah.
Happy birthday. Good luck with your exam.
Yeah.
Now you have the abilities you need to pass your history. I mean, you've learned about all sorts of history on this episode.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a life hack episode for you. It's the
life
history life hack. We're a history
Fleshlight.
podcast now.
We're a flashlight history life hack podcast.
This is what the Grecians were up to, but before then, I want a word from our sponsors. Fleshlight are the premium fuck toy. Howdy, Yoxpogs enthusiasts. Boggyman123 says, question here. I'm beginning to get into speedrunning, and I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I was wondering, in a theoretical scenario, if you're forced to speedrun a game, which game would it be? Thoughts? Also, if I speedrun the Five Nights at Freddy's VR game, would you be my sponsor? There's only one competitor for it in the 100% category, just asking for a friend. Cheers and eat ass. I didn't even know there was a VR FNAF. That's how far behind I am on the FNAF goings. And
makes sense, though.
If I had to speedrun a game, any game?
Any game.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Halo 3.
No.
Really?
Because you could do a co-op speedrun even.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It has to be a game where you're going to have to replay it constantly and it's not going to bore you. Like, I couldn't do Halo because I do one play. I get halfway through that game and I'm bored and I don't want to play it anymore.
Damn.
So
That's bullshit.
Halo wouldn't do it for me.
No, you're crazy.
It'd have to be like Forza. Or Gran Turismo fucking 3.
Speedrunner Forza.
Well, isn't that what the game is? Is people speeding for times. Like racing.
Like, what do you speedrun? Just like one race?
Well, like people speedrun like Mario Kart games, but usually that involves some kind of trickery.
Breaking it. Yeah.
That's the best part, is just breaking it and breaking the game in ways that were never intended.
Yeah.
Another one would be like the Ori games. I just like the way they feel, and they're really short, so it'd probably be quite fun speedrun. And some of the speedruns out there are awesome for that game.
Yeah.
It's so like fluid.
Yeah. Hollow Knight's a good one.
Yep.
And Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro. Sekiro in particular actually is really, really funny speedruns.
Yeah, all the From games have good speedruns.
Really good.
Let's do 2 or 3 more. Clanker117 says, hey Jar crew, I have a question for Jamie regarding the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection that recently released. I wanted to bring the topic up as Jamie had recently mentioned the scummy business practice of making the game a limited date release. Personally, this is only where my problems begin with the game. Over the years, I've been holding out hope that they would remaster/remake Mario 64 for the modern era, so you can bet I was excited when I saw a trailer for a game called Super Mario 3D All-Stars show up on YouTube. However, upon watching the trailer, I was immediately frustrated, especially with 64. No effort was made into improving these titles, only the minimum necessities for Nintendo to bundle up 3 games and sell them again. 64 still doesn't even support widescreen, and here I was expecting a full remaster. I don't think it's wrong for me to expect a remaster for that game at this point. It's just something I feel the game needs to justify it being resold at such a high price. Even the other 2 games in the bundle had nearly no updates to their presentation, only now they're in HD. Sunshine and Galaxy still use the same button prompts from the Wii and GameCube. They couldn't even be bothered to to make it match the Switch buttons. They even left out Galaxy 2 as a final screw you. Anyway, what really bugs me the most is the fact that I, like Jamie, will probably still get this game. Sorry for the long rant, I was just wondering how Jamie and the rest of JAR felt about this crummy bundle put out by Nintendo. Personally, I think it should be of higher quality. So I mentioned, I've been playing this a bit. I've only played Galaxy so far.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of annoying me where it's like, it's nice to have it, but there are genuine improvements you could have made. And that's kind of been the trend. It's like Nintendo is always so far behind with this stuff. Like the last 10 years, we've seen so many good, like, ground up remakes of classic games. You know, you got your Crash, Spyro, Shadow of the Colossus, all this stuff where they're actually going that the Halo 1 and 2 anniversaries, like taking something that deserves like the remake kind of treatment. And what game deserves it more than Mario 64? It's like the game. It's still memed to this day. Like, we watch those meme compilations and Mario 64 is in every other one. It's still that because it is that good of a game. And what game deserves the treatment more than that?
Yeah.
It's like the most beloved Mario game, one of them.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't just done like a remaster.
But they did remake it for DS. So I guess I just would have assumed that they would have updated that DS version somehow, because they added like a bunch of stuff. You could like play as Wario and stuff like that in it, but it's just the Nintendo thing. Like, my expectations are so low for Nintendo that like I just accept shit like this. Because I just know they're going to do, like, typical. I know, like, the online's going to be fucked on whatever the product is, and, like, there are just certain things they're bad at. And one thing they're good at is milking their audience for all they're worth.
Yeah, but I haven't bought it, and honestly, I might not now.
Well, I bought it physically, so you could just play my one.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
I just have the cart. Yeah. It is disappointing, though, personally. Especially with, like, not including Galaxy 2 as well. That's weird.
Yeah, that was the first thing that sort of put me off it, because that's the only one I really want to play as well, because I've never played it.
Yeah, I only played it once, so...
And I'm not all that interested in Sunshine. I think that's the worst 3D Mario game.
Poopy Buttface 2926 says, since you have talked about the importance and lack of importance in album and film art, how much importance does video game box art hold in your experience? And does boring box art, like Bioshock Infinite, make your experience worse?
I wouldn't say it's about the experience.
Yeah, it doesn't make my experience worse, but it is just like an eye roll initial impression. Like, I think about... There was a certain point where just everyone was doing the same shit. It was like Doom and Destiny, and it was all just like power armored soldier, like looking back and stuff like that. Like, that's what the Destiny one.
Yeah, I think because like thinking about if you've got a big Steam library or you've got Game Pass, especially with Game Pass, the cover or the thumbnail, I guess it would be, influences what game you're going to download. Yeah, like if it looks shit, I'm not. But
they focus test the fuck out of these posters and things. Like the reason, like what's the cover for Modern Warfare? Is it just like a soldier with like?
Don't even know. Because it's different now. Cover art isn't a thing.
Is it price?
Well, yeah, that's interesting actually, because with each update they'll often change the thumbnail. Yeah. So games almost don't have box arts in the same way anymore.
Yeah, it's like evolved.
Yeah, so certain games do, but like...
And that's how it should be. I'd prefer that way, anyway.
It's the one... It's the one I'd be least likely to ever frame. Like, I'm like struggling to think of like a really like awesome video game cover that I'd be like, that's one I want to proudly display. I'm sure there are examples, but...
Yeah, I think Skyrim has a good cover.
Yeah, no, that genuinely is a good one.
I don't even know what the Fallout New Vegas one is.
Oh, that one's shit. It's all like cluttered. It's like...
But also what it's doing is establishing something a little bit different compared to like music and movies.
Yeah.
Because like if you're showing like an image of like the Assassin's Creed 3 guy, like with his axe or whatever, it's just like vague imagery of like, yeah, I'm gonna play something similar to that, I guess. I'm gonna exist in that space. I don't know. Yeah, I've googled best video game covers, and the results are shit. Dead Island. XCOM 2 is alright actually.
Left 4 Dead 2 with the...
Oh yeah. Fallout 3's one is alright.
No, it's not.
No, Dead Space. Dead Space has one of the best covers.
Dead Space is great.
The Dead Space 1 has a great cover.
Red Dead 1.
Yeah, Red Dead.
Every GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic as hell.
And as much as I don't really like the series, the Borderlands games have pretty good posters. I'm pretty sure they like ripped one of them off or something. No, it was the artwork inside the right. Borderlands 2
yeah, they stole
cover. They ripped off some artists for. But yeah, that's sad. But it just seems less important to me for some reason with that one. Like I feel so little passion about the covers.
Yeah, it mattered more back when you'd go into a shop and
absolutely. Now it's more how flashy your thumbnail is, as you say. Let's end on this one then from XX_Hunter XX. With the US presidential election coming up, I was curious of the cast's thoughts on America's presidential system and how it compares to your parliamentary system. I'm pretty sure most developed countries have a system more similar to yours than to America's.
Just because America's not developed.
As an American, I'm interested if we're behind the times in having an independent, powerful sole leader, considering we're behind the rest of the developed world in pretty much every other aspect. Thanks for reading. Been a fan since 2016.
He's answered, we don't need to say anything, he's answered his own question. America's behind in literally every single sense to every other developed country. Of course, their fucking presidential system is also fucking terrible.
It's for me the most shocking part, the more I learn about it, is just the way you just like buy everything. Like you basically buy the presidency. You have to do these like weird fundraisers and that whole part of it's really weird to me, and possibly the weirdest part. Whereas, like, I remember watching House of Cards, which I brought up earlier, which is all about, like, American politics. And as someone who's, like, doesn't really understand it, especially when I was, like, watching that show, like, years ago.
Yeah.
I just had no clue, really, like, what was exaggerated for fictional purposes. But, like, the smear campaigns and everything, it's all real. Like, the way you can just shit-talk your opponent in, like, these weird adverts. I approve this message.
That's the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, it's very combative, and presidential campaigns or just any political campaign is usually combative, but it's like a different level over there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand how it works here, let alone there. So, yeah.
Good luck in a month or whatever it is.
Fucking every toe and finger of mine will be crossed. Just hoping that,
what shit either way, that they can't win.
Well, I think it's considerably shitter.
On one side, yes.
If it stays the same.
Yeah. But the country's still fucking mess and it's not going to change.
Well, yeah.
It's fascinating. I read a New York Times article that had the headline of like, everyone's looking at America and like cringing at the moment. We're just like, we're glad we can watch it from afar.
Yeah.
It is a bizarre time. It's a bizarre
real
time.
Mess at the moment.
Yeah.
But we're no better. England's no better.
No.
We're just a fucking America fucking little baby bitch.
Mini America.
Yeah.
In the making. I think that's it, guys, for this one.
Okay.
I'm tired.
I'm fucking knackered.
We haven't even read the patron names yet.
Yeah.
That's going to be the bit that destroys us. Where we snap.
Let's
You're
fucking...
going to make us snap.
Let's blast through it. Let's fucking just pound it into the ground.
Thanks for supporting us.
Who?
I don't know, I guess I'm just talking to a fucking camera. No one actually there.
Or is there?
Imagine an alien watching, they'd be like, what are they doing with that device?
Yeah.
Just looking into it.
I think aliens just have cameras, Alex.
No, these aliens don't need
Fourth
eyes.
dimensional aliens.
The aliens I'm thinking of in my head, they don't have eyes.
How are they looking at us then?
Sensors.
Sensors? Fuck this. Do you have any Rennies?
Pass me the honey.
Pass me these nuts.
I think I better head home. I am dead.